So we all know I'm not that guy. I am not the cool YouTuber that gets to go around to industry events, to first releases, to be able to see all of the cool things that the gun companies are coming out with. I'm just a normal person. I've got a normal life in a normal house. My office is stuck in the relegated basement. And the majority of the things that I get to show you guys are things that, like, I have to buy. I get some stuff, don't get me wrong, and I am very appreciative for it. But I am not that big-time YouTuber. But today we get to do a thing that is more in the realm of that big YouTuber stuff. We're going to the Primary Arms Range Day. That is the day before the NRA Annual Meeting happens. Now, we are also going to the annual meeting, so don't worry, we will have a video on that. But today, I wanted to take you guys along to show you guys what an industry event looks like a little bit behind the scenes, because honestly, I'm curious too. I've never done this before, so hopefully you guys feel as out of place in all of this as I do. But because I am a regular guy with a regular job and a regular family, first, I got to get the kids to school. Now, one thing that we've got to do before we go ahead and take the kids to school is we got to keep stuff running, so I got to pack up some variant shipments. Now, in case you're wondering, which you're probably not, or you already know, in which case this information is just useless. Variant is my company. We make 3D printed gun accessories. Our main product is this guy, the Knoll mag adapter. It is called the Knoll because it does not actually add any capacity to your magazine. You buy the magazines that are longer than the grip of your gun. These fill the space. We've been up and running for probably about a year and a half now, but we've only really been running since kind of like mid last year. That's when we solidified our name and really started putting effort into all of the stuff. But running a company, even though it's small, still requires at least a little bit every single day. Also, if you are doing small business stuff, tip of the day, a label maker worth its weight in gold. All right, boys.
Bye, Daddy.
Have a good day. Love you guys too. See ya. Have a good day. Gremlin, everything will be good. All right, the kids are at school. That is stop number 1. We've got 2 more stops to go. We got to stop at the post office really quick to drop off those packages. And then I got to stop off and get some gas because I do not have enough gas for the drive. It is about an hour-and-a-half trip. Hour and 45 minutes, I don't know. I've not been down here. It's at Camp Atterbury, which is Atterbury, I don't know. Which is south of Indianapolis by about 40 minutes. Indianapolis is about an hour away from me. So we are gonna see how long I can get it because I'm a little bit late already. Just the prospects of having a real life. You can't always make it right when things open, especially to nifty little things like this. But after these 2 stops, we are on our way. All right, ready to go. So really quick, while we're not in traffic, let me fill you in a little bit on what we're doing here. This is the Primary Arms Range Day. This is the day that Primary Arms invites people to come out. They have both the media, which is the first half, and then a general, which is the second half. And they're just inviting us out to be able to use some of the items that they sell. They have multiple companies there, about 20-ish, if I'm not mistaken. Some of the more notable names, they've got Glock, they've got Hollison, they've got C&H Precision, they've got Troy. I am a little bit weary about the actual vendor list that's going to be there. They've got it scheduled for a rather long time. I'm going to be getting there about halfway through the media portion. So we're going to see if we can make the best of the time that we've got before just the general admittance gets there, be able to get into plenty of the different items. But I am 100% not sure what I'm getting myself into here. I've never been to something like this. I don't know how to behave. I don't know how to act. I'm not going to be confident because, like, there's going to be real people there who really do this, like, for a job and stuff. So we're going to see how this goes. You guys will probably see me awkwardly roaming around a little bit. But, I mean, what else would you expect from me? Indiana is not the most exciting drive. So first of all, some kid just puked out of his car. Secondly, I hate detours and road closures. We got to travel down through Indianapolis to get here, and 65, which is the main road down north-south through Indianapolis, the main interstate, is closed. It has been closed for some time now, and it's super annoying. So you have to go out and around Indianapolis. And now I'm on a U.S. highway instead of the interstate, trying to get down south to make up a couple of minutes. It's not going well. I'm stopped at a light, but we're trying. So I was a little curious how I would know that I was going in the right place, and I'm guessing all the signs. Well, we made it. Now the next question is, the hell do we go from here? Because this is not in my wheelhouse. This is not something that I do very often. So, not sure where I'm going. Not sure what I'm doing. I was told to go to the media booth. So. We'll get there.
Everyone from Adams on,
Alright guys, so we just made it in. The registration, even though I didn't know where the hell I was going, it's pretty cool. Just BS'd with JJ Ricazza for like a solid 5 minutes. It's one thing that I absolutely love about this industry, like even the famous people. I shouldn't finger quote JJ, he is, but even they're cool as shit. So now they've got a thing where you can enter to win if you hit up all the booths. I will probably not be doing that. There's just some that I probably won't make it to, but there's quite a few to get working on here. However, I do see restrooms and I need to empty, so I may head over that way too. All right, so guys, we are now in the event. I've got Joe here from Hollison. Now, you guys know that I've been a big fan of Hollison. They come out with some relatively unique items. They actually are pushing the optics industry, so that's always nice. We appreciate that greatly. You guys seem to be one of the only ones actually opening up what the envelope is. Yeah. That's always good. Absolutely. But today we're here because I want to try this thing. This is the 507C competition, which is a large optic size. Now, tell me a little bit about this guy.
This is our answer. The competition side of the house, obviously they wanted a big window, so we gave it to them. Also, we have the CRS in here, the comprehensive reticle system, okay, which is about 8 different reticles, so you could choose your poison there. Green or red, fully, it's obviously open emitter sight, so definitely, the guys that want to use those kind of sights on duty, it's up to them, but it's definitely still as what you come back from us, and I'd like you to shoot it.
Absolutely. Just at first look, a couple of the things I like about this. I wonder if they have any idea how loud they are. Anyway, the optic size, the window is larger, but unlike the SRO, it maintains its full width the entire height of the window. The SRO shallows at the top and the bottom, really giving you a more limited optic field than you need typically. Some of the dots, like the ones from SIG and the Delta Point Pro, maintain a wider window profile through more of the actual height, but they're not quite as tall. This thing gets kind of both of those aspects down. So, obviously, they're cheating a little bit with the gun they got it on. They stick it on one of those guns. It's super easy to control anyway, but you can tell that there is a lot more window to be able to work with on this thing. You've got a lot more opportunity to be able to keep the gun in the window, movement, and you've got a lot more variations. Again, it's got that width the entire height of it. I'm not going to say no. Well, I appreciate it much, man. That is definitely on my list of things to get.
Go on up the hill, get some food, have some fun. All right? Thank you very much. And again, whoever has the RV, please come to the front.
So far, there's been a lot of randomized downtime. They're doing a ceasefire right now, doing some media thing. People are having a really hard time just accepting that there's a ceasefire. We're all just kind of standing around at this point. So they've start as big as we can. We're going to start on the top end. That way we have a little bit of a better idea of... Actually, let's start in the middle. So, this is going to be a full size. It's going to be a 70-round mag. Tops is 10. Grip, surprisingly comfortable on it. Been around a lot today, huh? I know you guys probably can't really hear me, but I actually like the way the compact shoots a little bit more than the full size. Doubt that's as true with the big one, but let's jump all the way down to the new baby boy here. Flip you with compact shoot really well. Comfortable. Obviously, you're getting a little bit of recoil. They've got a nice grip here on this. You can actually get your full pinky on it, which is really nice. Max seated. Guys with bigger hands, you're getting a little bit of pinching in there. All right, now we're going up to the big boy. Surprisingly accurate, surprisingly comfortable to use. Their grip shape, especially back with the beaver tail, really nice. It's right up against you, lets you pull up really high without getting cuts in. Notice a lot with the SIGs. Runs a really sharp backstrap on here. End up with some really uncomfortable spots. I actually cleaned it up. You don't get that with these. All right, guys. So I have been wanting to shoot a H&K P30 or HK P30 for quite a while. This particular one is the LTT P30. So they actually have done their trigger pack on it. We've got a proprietary plate system, an LTT plate system on here. But I've been bouncing between a P30 and a P2000 from HK for a while now. And they're probably going to put me on a P30 since it's here. But let's go ahead and get some shots through the P30. This is a P30L, and let's see how it feels. Oh, the paddle room. Oh. Also, things that I love about HKs, they're super long slide releases here. So me having my tiny child hand, I've got a really hard time holding the mag releases up on guns like 11 CZ. Not true with this. Super easy. Very good shooting gun. The trigger in this thing is just butter. It's their it's like their double action only trigger. But I tell you, that initial takeout, it's nothing to pull that hammer back. I'm assuming it's like a cog system, where you're actually pulling back through the hammer spring like you do with a lot of other double actions. But it is butter, and well, now I won't. Damn it! Now I gotta save up for a HK. So food is done. Apparently they feed these pretty. So far, the biggest problem has been finding enough quiet to be able to talk to you guys. Not a whole lot of place to be able to run away. We're gonna head over to Glock and see if they've got their the 28 over here. I've not shot it. It's a Glock 19 size in 3D, which means it should shoot really, really nicely. I've no idea if they've got it, so we're gonna go find out. They're so loud. So no Glock 28 here, which is weird to me. That is, I mean, it's Glock, so they haven't changed their lineup beyond that in a while. So I'm not 100% sure. Well, I mean, it's horrible to say. I'm not sure why they're here. They're here because it's Glock, and I'm sure people will go over there. But at the same time, why? The 28's the only new one they've got. It's the only thing that's on. I'm not sure what the industry do really focusing on to be able to do that. So far, the amount of new product is a little lower than I would like to have seen. Lots of companies here with just like the normal stuff. There's a lot of suppressor companies here. I think there's 3 or 4 of them, which is cool, but at the same time they are suppressors. It makes more sense at the general opening here in a little bit because they're going to be making sales by pulling people over. Less sense for the media stuff since not a whole lot of new stuff out. I was hoping that Anderson had brought their bolt gun. It doesn't look like that, which is a shame because I really want to shoot that. We're going to put around a little bit more. I've got a buddy coming in. He'll probably be here in like an hour or so, who apparently forgot his ear protection, so I'll help him with that. Thank goodness I brought some spares. Anyway, so we're going to poke around a little bit more. Lunch is ready, so may head over that way and get some food before he gets here. He's not getting here until after General, and wondering if he's had lunch yet. We'll see till he rides back. In the meantime, let's head down that way. All right, so are they the same ones?
Yep.
Are we getting the same pistols?
They're both Mega 9 C Pro.
All right. Want to tell me a little bit about it?
So, arm on the footprint, optic,
Good choice.
steel suppressor height sight.
Okay.
You got your lightning cut, ported on top.
Okay.
You got some enhanced controls down here on the frame, extended slide out, extended mag release. We worked with SCT to develop the frame.
Okay.
So you'll look at SCT's frame and ours, they are the same because we work together developing it.
Hey, if it works, it works.
Yep. Your front Picatinny rail up under there.
Okay. Is this, controls on both sides, are we talking all Glock 3 compatible?
Yes.
Okay, including the mag release?
Correct.
Cool.
Got the aggressive stipling, some progressive texture. We call them the gas pads up here.
Okay.
So
Yeah, get a little bit of downward force there. All right. The extended slide release comes on it, right? The little
does.
bumpy guy?
Yep.
Nice. All right. Well, let's see what you got.
all right.
Oh, that's high.
It looks good on you, though.
All right, so we just went over to Anderson Manufacturing and shot their new pistol. It's a Glock clone, which everything's a Glock clone at this point. They worked with a different company for the frame, which is probably good since they don't they don't do pistol frames, right? But for some reason, and I don't understand why, companies that are reversing and creating their own version of the Gen 3 Glocks, I don't know why they don't fix this. Gen 3 Glocks, for a lot of them, are notorious for slide bite. The frame doesn't come far enough around the sides to be able to clear your hand if you choke up on it. This one is the exact same, got nasty slide bite just in those few rounds that I was shooting there. It's one of the reasons I don't like Gen 3 Glocks. It's really, it was a good shooting gun. It was relatively flat shooting until you shot it, too fast. Our footprint is a good choice. I don't understand why companies are coming out with anything other than the only thing better at this point might be the Holliston K footprint because of the things like the EPS and the newer dots that are coming out. But all in all, it wasn't a bad shot. It's a Glock clone. And don't expect anything more than that, but it was a decent Glock clone. I was talking to him about that's them shooting right now. Now, I was talking to him about their new bolt action. They don't have it here, but when they do come out with it, they are aiming for a price point of under $1,000, which is pretty solid for a bolt gun, especially given what it is. It's a chassis gun. Chassis guns are typically more expensive. We're looking at a higher price point with those. The normal guns that you see for under $1,000 are like the Ruger American, the Remington 783. So if they can pull that price point down, how would be a sub-MOA gun on a chassis for under $1,000? If they can pull that off, choice. So far we've been here about an hour or so. Shot most of the things that I was interested in shooting. We are waiting for Michael from Link's Defense to get here. He and I are going to mess around a little bit, see what else is out there. They're getting ready to be really busy because they open up to the public for general admittance here in about 20 minutes. I'm going to hit the head. I'm going to run around. Gonna grab some lunch after Michael gets here. All in all, I think unless you're like hardcore into ARs and the most minute changes are like your thing, this one so far, I mean, it is primary arms. They do have an optics division, and so that's what they're into. They've got really good rapport with all the AR people. I'm assuming not quite as much with pistols and stuff, which is my wheelhouse. Did ask Tim from Military Arms Channel on the way out. Didn't say hi or anything. So at this point, I'm just going to tool around a little bit. We're going to get the tripod put away so that I can just walk. And we'll take care of a little bit of business before Michael gets here. And then I'm going to make him be on camera so that you guys can see just how little he enjoys being put on the spot on camera. So hey, Primary Arms, not a bad job on the bathrooms. I mean, it is a trailer, so when you're, you know, shooting, it moves. Now, I'm used to shooting on the move, but I'm also used to being in control of the movement. A little bit different when you're like riding in essentially the back of an RV down the road, but we kept in control. Everything hit where it was aimed, so good job. We're now outside the official event, grabbing a little bit of food. I got my tiny piece of pizza here. So far the breakdown is super awkward and uncomfortable. I am not an overly confident person with this in public, so not something that I am used to. However, it went really well. I got to shoot what I wanted to shoot this afternoon. I will probably be doing a lot more of the same. So I'm going to finish eating my lunch and we'll head back in there as soon as Michael gets here in, I think, about a half an hour. So lunch, pretty good. Tasted a lot like a local pizza place that we've got up in town. Now I'm just kind of chilling, waiting for our esteemed guest to get here. I will have to end up cutting out about 3 o'clock-ish because I do have to go home and get back to that life that we were talking about earlier. I mean, it's been a really good time. Just a little bit awkward just because this is not my normal thing. Getting more in line with just interrupting people. Just trying to get in there, but it's gone really well. It's been enjoyable. I've enjoyed shooting the things, all except the Glock and slide by. I hate Gen 3 Glocks so much. But other than that, everything has been good. It's a little sad that some of the guns that I wanted to shoot weren't here. I understand they're pretty early prototype phase, but also at the same time, like, this would have been a great opportunity. I guess I'll just have to buy them. So now we're just sitting around waiting. I'm probably gonna run back to the truck, drop off a couple of things while I'm waiting on Michael. He should be getting here like, actually, he's probably pulling in right about now. So guys, we are pretty much finished with the show now. Went back in, popped around once I found this dude. That is Michael from Lynx Defense. Stuck here screwing around with me, just slumming it with the locals. But we're gonna finish up. I will talk to you guys back at the car and we'll kind of round out what we went through here and what we saw. We're heading back to the car now. Hopefully you guys can still hear me because that shooting is extremely loud. The basic setup of this range, it's actually a really nice range. They've got a concrete baffle system up on the top, which offers a lot of protection, but it also amplifies like every bit of sound backwards towards you as you're standing there. Makes it darn near impossible to actually talk while you're in this place. Overall, like, I always seem to go through shows and range days like way quicker than people tell me I would. When we went down to the Knob Creek machine gun shoot, that was a one-day event for us. We didn't even go back the second day. It was fun and there was a lot of stuff to do and to see, but it was not a 2-day event. This, 2 hours was enough. I've been here for longer than that. I've been here for about 4 hours now. And it was fun, but it was not something that I would need like all of the time in the world to go do. I got enough time there and I'm good. We got everything done that we needed to get done. I saw the stuff that I wanted to see, except for one booth, but I'm just gonna have to get over that. So while the AC is cooling off the car, my favorite part of most of these things is just seeing people and being able to talk to other people in the industry. I have a really good time talking to them, talking to JJ, talking to the guys at Hollison, at SAR, at all of these different booths about their products, about just stuff in general. Because I'm kind of on the outside of this industry looking in from this scope, I think it makes it so that that's not a normal activity and it's an enjoyable activity. But now I got about a 2-hour drive back home. That is relatively the day for me. Hopefully we don't run into any bad traffic. I got to go get the kids. So onward and offward. Ugh. And we're home. That was a heck of a drive. Getting along there was about, took about 2 hours, which isn't too bad. But I am glad to be home. The kids are going to be glad that I'm home. And I will be gone the next most of the next 2 days. We're going to be going back down to Indianapolis tomorrow and Saturday for the NRA Annual Meeting. So today, while we saw some of the new products out, tomorrow we're going to see them all. There's a massive number of companies that are going to the NRA Annual Meeting, and despite me not really being pro NRA, I cannot pass up the opportunity to be able to go, to be able to see all of these companies, to be able to talk to them, see the new products that are out, see where the industry is going, see where the future of our content can go. So I hope you enjoyed the little bit of a look into what it's like to go to an industry event like a range day. Thank you goes to Primary Arms for not only holding the event, but for inviting me in the first place. Next year it is out in Pennsylvania, so the odds of me being able to go are pretty slim. Maybe I'll luck out, maybe I'll be able to go, but my hopes are not very high right now. It was an enjoyable thing, but I think a couple hours if you're going solo, specifically just for the stuff that I was doing in the media stuff, would be more than enough. They had a 3-hour time cut out for the media beforehand, and I only needed about an hour and a half of that before I went and grabbed some lunch and was pretty much done for the day. But if you are media, or if you have media access, definitely go before general admissions, because once general admissions started, not only were the lines long and prohibitive, but the sound was so high that I couldn't even bother recording anything. So that's why you didn't see a whole lot after that happened. So thanks guys for watching. Again, I hope you like this look into what we do in this kind of event. Remember, I appreciate every one of you, and until next time, do your research, get informed, get to work.